Hey there, and welcome. Now, if you're in facilities management, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That daily battle with endless paperwork, a mountain of compliance, and just trying to prove the work is actually done. Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive deep into how the Safely platform tackles these exact challenges and how it can help you turn all that operational chaos into clear, provable control. So, you might be asking, what exactly is Safely? Well, at its core, it's designed to be your single source of truth. Think of it as the one place that brings every single part of your facilities management and planned preventative maintenance, PPM, into one streamlined, super manageable system. Okay, so here's what we've got on tap. First, we're going to tackle that big compliance paperwork challenge. Then, I'll show you how Safely acts as your single source of truth. We'll walk through a proactive PPM workflow, see how it gives you amazing visibility across your whole estate, and how it makes compliance and audits, well, effortless. And finally, we'll talk about the true value of all that control. Let's get into it. All right, Section 1, the Compliance Paperwork Challenge. We're talking about the overwhelming reality of all that FMN and PPM paperwork. This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Your job isn't just about maintaining a building or fixing what's broken. It's so much more than that. You're constantly in a cycle of managing and improving legal compliance across so many different areas. Things like fire safety, electrical, LOLR for lifting gear, PSSR for pressure systems. The list just goes on. And all of that, it leads to some pretty universal headaches, right? You've got this chaos of different contractors, all using their own report formats. You're spending half your day chasing missing reports. You're manually piecing together audit packs, which is just a nightmare. And you hit that classic problem. Someone says, oh yeah, it's done, but can you actually prove it on the spot? And the worst part, it never stops. The paperwork is always due. So what's the real cost of all this? Well, get ready for this. For just a modest single site, this administrative burden can eat up around 400 hours a year. That's not a typo. 400 hours. That's literally 10 full work weeks just gone. It's like this hidden paperwork tax you're forced to pay year after year just to prove you're doing your job. But what if you could just get rid of that tax? Well, that brings us to our next section, a single source of truth, and introducing the Safely platform. The idea behind Safely is actually really simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It all boils down to three things. First, you capture what's really happening out in the field, using things like digital forms and IoT sensors. Second, you track it all. We're talking tasks, documents, compliance status, everything in one central place. And finally, you use the powerful insights from all that data to actually improve your operations. Capture, track, improve. It's that simple. So here's a quick look at the key pieces of the puzzle and how they all work together. See, these aren't separate tools. They all talk to each other. We've got jobs and tasks to schedule everything on a central calendar. You've got forms and checklists to digitize all that paperwork. There's IoT monitoring to automate things like temperature readings, a central document management system for all your important files. And the best part, it all flows into these incredible dashboards and reporting tools, so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, that's the theory. Now let's see how it works in the real world. Section 3. The proactive PPM workflow. We're going to follow a task from the moment it's scheduled all the way to having that concrete evidence in hand. Really, it's a simple, elegant 4-step loop. 1. The task gets auto-generated. 2. The engineer on site completes the job. 3. The evidence gets instantly filed. And 4. If something's wrong, an alert automatically triggers an action. It's a completely closed loop. So let's break that down. Step 1. The task is auto-generated. This all starts with a calendar. You preload all your recurring PPM and statutory tasks, and then the system just takes over. It automatically creates the job on the right day, so nothing ever gets forgotten. Nothing falls through the cracks. Okay, step 2. The engineer completes the job on site. And here's where it gets cool. They're not scribbling on a paper job sheet. Nope. Instead, they just pull out their phone or tablet and open a digital form made specifically for that task. They can follow a checklist, pop in readings, and even snap photos for evidence. All that data is captured perfectly right at the source. Now, this next part, step 3, is absolutely crucial. The moment that engineer hits submit, the job isn't just done, it's filed. The completed form, plus any certificates, is instantly sent to the document management system and automatically linked to the right asset. Just think about that. No more scanning, no more renaming files, no more mind-dumbing manual filing. It's just done. And here's the really smart part. Step 4. What happens if something goes wrong? Well, if a check fails or an IoT sensor gives an alert, Safely doesn't just, wave a little red flag. No way. It automatically creates a new corrective action task and assigns it to the right person. This completely closes the loop. It means problems aren't just spotted, they're tracked all the way to resolution. So when you start capturing every single action like this, you suddenly have this incredible treasure trove of data. So let's move on to Section 4, visibility across your estate. We're talking about how we turn all that raw data into actionable insights you can actually use. And it all starts right here on the home dashboard. Think of this as your personal command center for the day. For any user, it gives them that perfect at-a-glance summary of exactly what needs their attention right now. Tasks due today? Check. Forms you need to fill out? Right there. Documents waiting for your sign-off? Yep. And most importantly, any critical alerts, like overdue statutory checks. It's all on one screen. But that daily snapshot is just the beginning. You can also drill down with some seriously powerful reporting tools. Want to analyze form completion rates? Easy. Need to track the entire performance history of a specific asset? No problem. And you can pull a full, completely unchangeable audit trail for any action ever taken in the system. Everything is right there at your fingertips. All right, this next part deals with something that causes a lot of stress for any facilities manager. Section 5, effortless compliance and audits. We're talking about being ready for any inspection at any time. And his quotes? Wow. It just says it all, doesn't it? In audit terms, if you can't produce it quickly, it's treated as not done. Think about that. It doesn't matter if you did the work. If you can't find that piece of paper to prove it right when they ask, as far as the auditor is concerned, it never happened. With Safely, that entire risk just vanishes because every single piece of evidence is already perfectly filed, linked to the right asset, and timestamped. You can build a complete audit pack in minutes. Seriously, what used to take days of frantic searching now takes just a few clicks. Okay, let's bring this all home. Section 6, the true value of control. Because this is about way more than just saving a bit of time. We're talking about a complete transformation from being reactive to being truly proactive. Just look at the difference here, the before and after. Before Safely, you're dealing with asset downtime. With Safely, you get closed-loop fixes. Before, you had project blockers because of missing paperwork. Now, you have full traceability. You go from the massive cost of trying to recreate the past for an audit to having instant audit packs. You move from constant compliance risk to proactive escalations. And best of all, you replace that feeling of admin overload with genuine peace of mind. Remember at the beginning we talked about that 400-hour-a-year paperwork tax? Well, I want to leave you with this one final thought. With those 400 hours back in your pocket every single year, and with the complete confidence of knowing you are in total control of your compliance, what could you and your team really achieve? Something to think about.